what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Do you reach for your phone? If you're like most people, you probably do. And what's happening is you're spiking your dopamine from the moment that you wake up. And what goes up must come down. Now you're going to have a crash. You might not notice or realize what's happening now, but that's the reality. And you're now going to need to find something that's going to pick you back up again. Now, if you start your day like that, that's how the rest of your day is going to unfold. And if you have any mental health issues right now, if you're struggling with motivation, with focus, clarity, if you're struggling with low confidence, all of this is coming from the state of your nervous system. Ooh, fucking hell. You can't be confident, you can't be happy, you can't really be healthy, you can't have clarity of mind, you can't have a good memory, you can't focus if you're in stress states, right? And the stress states comes from the state of our nervous system. But we were never taught how to regulate our nervous system. Probably the most important thing to learn in school, never taught. And now, when the stress comes up, we kind of go up into our head and want to try and change the world around us so we don't have to feel stress anymore. But that doesn't do anything but cause more problems, cause more stress, which means we lose even more confidence and more happiness and everything else. So the way to deal with stress is to go in and learn how to regulate yourself so you can feel more calm. But if all you're doing is stimulating your nervous system through spikes of dopamine, then you're never going to get there. There's just so many guys who are working on themselves right now, trying to get better at this and that, whilst at the same time they're just constantly spiking the dopamine. I'll give you a day in the life of me about a year ago. I would get up at about 7 o'clock in the morning. The very first thing that would go into my mind was coffee. I needed a coffee, I couldn't think about anything else, right? So I wake up with an addiction. And the coffee shops would open about 8, so I had an hour to spare, and I just didn't want to have to sit with my thoughts, so I would just stare at my phone for an hour, go get my coffee. As soon as I'd had my coffee, I'd have to smoke a bit of weed. Once I'd done that, I might go get some breakfast, smoke a bit more weed, have another coffee, more time on my phone, scrolling, listening to podcasts, watching videos, maybe go do a bit of work, go to my computer but not able to do any work, just full on procrastination and avoidance, just feeling horrible for that, beating myself up. And that just carried on all day. And then at night I would spend maybe 3 or 4 hours on my phone. Now, think about the state of my nervous system after one day. This is how a lot of people live their entire lives. And what's really happening here is that they're not in control of their lives, because they're not in control of their nervous system. If you want to start feeling more in control of your life, you have to stop trying to control everything around you and start learning how to control everything inside of you. That's how you become happy, healthy, confident, all of it. It's not down to what's going on around you, it's all down to how you react to what's going on around you. And you react based on the state of your nervous system. You either go into fight or flight, you go into freeze, or you go into what's known as rest and digest. And that's essentially a state where your unconscious mind and your nervous system, your body, feels safe. Now you can breathe, now you can be a bit more grounded, now you can be happier, healthier, more confident, have more vitality in life. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? It's all to do with your nervous system. Almost no one talks about this or teaches it. Are you just still going to next video, trying to... There's something that you're looking for, right? Otherwise you wouldn't be doing this. There's something that you want that you're not getting, and you're searching for it more and more and more. That thing, whatever it is inside of you, and it's you learning how to regulate your nervous system and feel more calm and essentially be happy. Now, our happiness comes down to the level to which our heart is open or closed. It's as simple as that. The more our heart closes, the more we drop down the levels of consciousness into the heavier emotions. Obviously, if we're under threat, we're not going to have a heart open. So our heart closes, we go into the survival emotions, and these are the emotions that trigger us to react to the world and try and stay alive. Fear, anger, pride, lust, apathy, all of these heavier emotions. If you want to live with the higher emotions, that's going to result in your heart being more open because you feel safe. So this is sort of like, you could look at this like as like a spiritual ladder, but really it's just about becoming more happy. Everyone wants to be more happy. I mean, not everyone does, obviously. Well, no, I think deep down everyone wants to be happy, for sure. Some people go about it in unusual ways that actually make them less happy, but they believe that the things they're doing are actually making them happier in some way. And when I look at the state of the world, I look at the people, look at how everyone just like this, everyone just descends into illness as we get older. I just don't think that's what is supposed to happen. It's all lifestyle. Like our life, the things that we eat aren't food. I mean, I don't want to go down that route, but it's very obvious what's going on. But you can turn it around. You don't have to be one of them. Like, I know, especially if you're young, it's very hard to like think 30, 40, 50 years into the future because you're more focused on now, right? But the truth is, one day we're going to get older, and how we've treated ourselves throughout our lives is going to have a massive indication, an indicator on how we are when we're older. Now, a lot of people will put their sole focus on saving money for when they're older, but then they have all their illnesses because of all the lifestyle that they've led. And they're not really going to get to enjoy the money so much. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely important to save for the future, 100%. But think about your health as well. And yeah, this will just give you the opportunity to start going after what you want. Yeah, follow for more.